Hey everyone, welcome back, ladies and gents. High Octane Podcast. I am your host, Bob, and we are back. So, like I said, High Octane Podcast. Let's go. All right, like I said, High Octane Podcast. I'm Bob. We are back. Which I say we. Uh, I am solo this week. Serge, who you have been seeing for the past I don't know 5 weeks or so, he is going to the soccer games tonight. So I am going to be solo. So you get to stare at my ugly mug for a little while. And you get to hear me rant and rave and talk stupid shit about cars and the stupid shit that's going on in the car world. So let's do it. First off, what am I drinking? I'm going to do that really fast. Get that out of the way. Let's do that. What am I drinking? All right. So this week is something a little bit different. I haven't had this in quite a while because typically when I go to the store, I don't see it anymore. It's kind of ridiculous, the reason. But I got me a little pint of Hennessy. This is cognac for those of you that don't know. This is like the bottom of the barrel of their Hennessy, which is still quite good, actually. I really enjoy cognac here and there. Every now and then I can do a cognac. It's not bad, but it's a little bit on the expensive side. So that's why I only got a pint. Well, that and I need to not overdo it. So I got Hennessy cognac. It's very good. It's very smooth. It's a little sweet, but not bad. Cheers, and don't drink and drive. Oh, and the reason I don't think about buying it when I go to the store is because people steal it, and so a lot of liquor stores have it locked up now. So I don't know. I find that kind of strange. I don't know why people are stealing Hennessy of all things, but whatever, to each their own. But that's what I'm drinking. That's what I'm going to be sipping on this episode. So there you go. If you've never had it, I recommend you give it a shot. Hennessy's pretty good. Hey, Terry McHugh, cheers. Good to have you. I hope you enjoy. Never seen you on, so welcome. We're going to get right into it. I've got a few lists that I'm going to end the episode with, and then I've got 5 just random things that I found. And I want to talk shit about them because they're stupid and annoying and kind of infuriating on a couple of them. So let's get right into it. This first one doesn't even pertain to Americans yet. But I could definitely see the government doing some kind of bullshit like this over here. So that's why I'm going to bring it up. I did read this article already because I wanted to kind of understand exactly what it was. Over in the EU, I guess that's Europe, the government is putting into law, it is an actual law, it passed a week ago today, that all new cars after July 6th of this year are required to have anti-speeding technology installed. And I will kind of get into the details of it in a minute. Also, the mandatory black box also installed in all these brand new cars. Okay, so the anti-speeding technology is literally what it is. It's what it says it is. It physically will not let you speed. And if you are speeding for a certain amount of time, some of this tech, like some of the different versions of it, will physically slow you down, and you at first will be able to kind of deactivate it. According to this article, all you have to do is just step on the gas and that'll kind of deactivate it, override it, whatever these dumb dickhead government people over in Europe want to say. I think it's kind of ridiculous. Like, you can't speed at all. Like, really? I'm sure their speed limits aren't any higher, if even as high as ours over here. I know that they have like smaller little villages that people drive through, but I mean, when you're not in a residential area, why the hell does it matter? I don't get that. It's so stupid. And that's just kind of the same over here. There's speed limits everywhere, blah blah blah. I don't know. It's kind of annoying, but I don't know. It says if it detects the driver speeding, it can perform one of four actions: a visual or acoustic warning, whether it be a warning message in the instrument cluster or a chime, can emit a series of vibrations, likely through the steering wheel, provide haptic feedback through the accelerator pedal, or automatically slow the car to the posted speed limit. That is absolutely dumb. I got a comment here. What's up? No more high performance cars then. Nope. Well, there will be, but you won't be able to use them to even anywhere near their potential. I don't know who you are, Facebook user, but yeah, they'll still be able to make the cars, but um, it's going to be pointless at that time. You know, at that point. Obviously, you can still take those high performance vehicles to the track and all that crap, but I don't know. All that tech I think that's a bit too far. I think the government's reaching a little bit beyond its original um, capacity. I guess maybe that's the word. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but yeah, apparently you can override it by stepping on the accelerator in certain types. I guess I don't know. This is just stupid. Um, I don't know. It's very annoying that they're you know just stepping into people's lives too much, in my opinion. Um, yes, people do drive too fast sometimes, but that's just the way the world works now. Everybody's in a hurry to get everywhere, and it's just kind of how it goes. I don't know. Now, I'm not 100% against the black box being installed. Uh, what I am against is what it actually like stores inside of it, because obviously it stores the car's speed, the RPMs, brake and accelerator pedal inputs, force of impact when you're in an accident, and it actually like records whether or not you're wearing a seatbelt before and after for a certain amount of time. That's a bit ridiculous. Like, I don't agree with all that. Like, a black box can obviously be beneficial. They're in every single aircraft that we have flying through the sky, but it's a little bit different. You're, 10 miles above the earth versus all four wheels on the ground. I don't know. The black box idea isn't bad, but what it actually is going to record and track and possibly get you in trouble with is pretty much that's bullshit in my opinion. Um, but like I said, it doesn't affect us over here yet. Um, I just saw it. And I read the article and it's kind of annoying. Like I said, I think the government's reaching a little bit too far, but they've been doing that for a long time, so it's really nothing new. I don't know. They just they involve themselves in people's private lives a little bit too much. I think. Back off is what I'm saying. Okay, the next thing. This one's actually really funny. So that's the only reason I'm going to bring this up because it's kind of ironic as well as funny. So I don't know where this happened. I have not read the article, but apparently all these douchebags that are stealing catalytic converters out of people's vehicles for the precious metals inside them to make money. Apparently, one of these idiots was crushed to death by a Toyota Prius, which I think is hilarious. I don't feel bad for him at all. Let me see if this article actually says where this happened. Oh, it's in California. Go figure. Anaheim, California. What a dick. What a total dipshit. Oh, the jack failed and he got crushed. Haha, good. Screw you, you piece of shit thief. Good. Like I said, I don't feel bad for you at all. That's hilarious. Eco-friendly hybrid just murdered you. I think that's hilarious. Funny, funny, funny. I'm glad it happened in California too. That's funny. That one was kind of quick. Like I said, it was just funny. All right. So another one that's gonna probably piss some of you off. I know it pissed me off when I saw it because it's just absolutely ridiculous, and it cements everything I've said about BMW up until this point. BMW is now going to make heated seats and a heated steering wheel an $18 a month subscription service. And apparently they've done this before. I did not know that, but this is absolutely ridiculous. Like, what the actual hell? I was going to say a different word, but I refrained. But what the hell are you thinking about, BMW? Like, you're alienating even more people away from your shitty looking vehicles. Like, by doing this shit, you're a premium German brand, and you're going to charge people every month for heated seats and a steering wheel. Like, that is absolutely ridiculous. $18 a month. I know that doesn't sound like much, but it's a principle. It's principle. Yeah, Terry, I'm with you. What the fuck is right? Yeah, I said the word that time. I don't care. This is total bullshit. Total bullshit. Hang on a second. Korean owners aren't forced to pay monthly for heated seats or any of BMW's other available options, but monthly payments, blah, blah, blah. This is kind of, I don't know. I don't understand it. I don't know. Okay, so you can either pay it monthly, $18 a month, or you can buy a year, a 3-year, or a permanent heated seat, whatever, for $406. So essentially, you're paying for the option of heated seats, and then you have to pay to use them, either monthly, yearly, tri-yearly, or just pay to have them permanently available. This is the most asinine thing I've ever fucking heard. Like, oh my God. Okay. There's some other shit that they're charging monthly for. High beam assistant, driving assistant plus software, heated steering wheel. I already said that. An artificial noise generator to give electric cars a sci-fi noise while driving. Oh my God, this is asinine. All available for different fees. It doesn't say how much they are. That's totally ridiculous. Oh, apparently the high beam assistant is 11,000 whatever money they use in Korea, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what money that is. This W with a line through it. I don't know what money that is. Oh, okay. So this is only for the Korean market, I guess. Yeah, this article is Korea is the latest market for this bullshit to happen. I'm not 100% sure if this is a thing in here in America. I'm not sure. It doesn't, obviously it's probably not going to say in this article, but this is totally fucking stupid. And shame on you, BMW, for doing this. That's totally stupid. I mean, if you want to charge for, the options, that's fine. That's normal, but subscription, really? To use heated seats of all things? I understand the Super Cruise technology from Cadillac. You have to pay for that because that's not everybody wants that. So I can maybe understand that being a monthly subscription, but I mean, come on, heated seats and here's heated steering wheel, high beam assist, and whatever the hell else the other thing was. That's ridiculous. Totally, totally, totally ridiculous. Like, this just really, really pisses me off. Some kind of dumb software. I don't know. This is bullshit. And like I said, it just goes to show that only douchebags drive BMWs. Ugh, I hate them. I hate them. I hate BMW for doing this shit, and I hate their cars altogether. They're ugly. I don't care how good they are. They're ugly. All right, who we got here? Balls on BMW. Yeah, total balls. Facebook user, I still don't know who you are. New industry will be born to hack the cars. Probably right, Dan. Probably right. Lexus is the same way. That doesn't surprise me either. That doesn't surprise me at all. It's just infuriating. It's total bullshit. Okay, so me and Sergio talked about a couple of vehicles that have been brought to market out, not in this country, obviously, but have used more. No, I can see your name. I got another person on here. This Facebook user. I don't know who that is. Um, I I see your name, dickhead. Uh, anyway, these manufacturers, they're bringing back to market current, like, modern vehicles with older 60s, 70s car names. Like Chevy brought the Monza back for the Chinese market. Dodge brought the Dart back. Without that was a shit show disaster. Chevy's brought a few back for other markets. Like the Tracker is like it's Mexico's best-selling car of June, I think. I read that earlier. It doesn't matter though. They're bringing back a lot of old names and pretty much ruining them. Well, Dodge hasn't failed to disappoint. All right, so let's bring this disaster up real quick. All right, so Dodge is now bringing back the Hornet. Yes, you heard that right, and you're seeing it correctly. The Hornet. I don't have a picture of what the Hornet used to look like. Let me see if I can. Hang on. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Hornet. I don't remember if the Hornet was a Dodge, a Chrysler, a Plymouth. I don't remember. I don't think that's it at all. There it is. Okay. Let me pull this up real quick, and I'll show you guys why I say that they ruined it by bringing it back as is. All right, now this is an original 1970 Dodge Hornet. I know this isn't the best picture, but you get the gist of it. This is an old, giant Hemi V8 under the hood. It's actually not a bad looking vehicle. It's not the most attractive looking vehicle either, but it's not bad. It's a big, powerful, fast car back in the 70s. So now you get the gist. And like I said, this is what they're bringing it back as. The Dodge Hornet. A crossover SUV. Yeah. Yep. They're bringing what once was a muscle car with a big giant V8 under the hood, front engine, rear drive, blah, 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 as a small little bullshit crossover SUV. There you go. Another iconic name brought back and ruined. Good job, Dodge. Good job. I don't understand. I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. Why? I just don't. I don't understand it. I mean, if you're gonna rebadge an Alfa Romeo Tonale, fine. That's what this thing's based on. That's fine. I think it's copping out and cheaping out and whatever, but don't call it the Hornet. Just don't. Come up with something new. I just don't get it. Stop ruining these old names. It's like if Cadillac brought the Eldorado back and made it an SUV. Like, what the hell sense would that make? It wouldn't. That's the answer to that question. And don't even get me started on the powertrains. 1.3 liter turbo hybrid, uh, 272 horsepower. And then you got a traditional 2 liter turbo, 256 horsepower, all wheel drive, junk. So there you go. There you have it. Dodge's most recent debacle. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Let's see some other pictures. Okay, here's the vehicle it's based on. This is the Alpha, which I don't mind the Alpha. I like the Alpha. Now, mind you, this is the Alpha. The Dodge will not look like this on the inside. I'm sure it'll look okay, but it won't look like the Alpha by any means. I like the Alpha, but I don't like the Dodge. Shame on you, Dodge. Shame on you, Stellantis. Whatever the hell you want to be called. Ugliest. It's not the ugliest Dodge, but I'm tired. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Great, a midget Durango. Oh, it was okay. It was Brandy. Hello, Brandy. Welcome. Great, a midget Durango. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Another crossover. They all look the same. No more unique vehicles. Absolutely, 100%, man. You know, literally the only thing that changes between vehicle to vehicle is the size. They all look exactly the same, and it is so annoying. No originality anymore. You know, everything's just cookie cutter, and they just change the sizes of them, and it's just so annoying. I'm on board with you guys in that realm, arena, whatever. Yeah, very annoying. And Chris, I'm with you. The classic names need to be left alone or done justice too. So, and they're not doing that. None of them are. I know Acura's bringing the Integra back, but I don't really think they're doing that car much justice either. It just looks like every other Acura. Like the Integra used to look unique. It used to look like something that everyone could just glance at and you knew what it was. All these Acuras nowadays, they look the same. They look exactly the same, and they're all, in my opinion, ugly. They've gotten a little bit better, but they're still pretty ugly. All right, so this is the only EV talk that I'm going to have this week. And Sergio actually sent me this article. And I thought it was kind of interesting because, you know, the whole EV movement. I think BMW make the Integra too. No, thankfully they are not. And the Integra is not as ugly as BMWs either. So there you go. You know, the whole EV movement, you know, it's gathering steam. It's coming on strong. It's going to take over, blah, blah, blah. 2035 in this country, I think, is the deadline for everything new to go electric, which is annoying. I understand. I'm not completely on board, even though I'm in love with that new DeLorean. Although they are making a gas-powered one, so, you know, there's that. But, you know, everybody's been talking about the new Hummer EV, how powerful it is, how big it is, how fast it is, how just over the top ridiculous it is. Well, no one's talking about emissions when they bring up the electric Hummer. Well, someone did, and I have the article talking about it. So apparently, the new Hummer EV produces more emissions than a Chevy Malibu. You are asking why right now. I know. Actually, you might not be. I don't care. But emissions don't always mean exhaust, apparently, according to this article. Which, okay, whatever. This is not something I'm like an expert on or anything. Far from it, actually. But apparently, this thing is just so ridiculously powerful coming out of the battery pack. Like it makes a lot of carbon emissions. And I'm going to tell you the numbers here in just a second. As compared to a Volt, it's a little sedan, electric sedan from Chevy, the new Hummer EV, and the old Hummer. And I'm going to give you all three of those numbers just to kind of put things into perspective here. Now, obviously, it doesn't run on gas, so there's no exhaust. Keep that in mind. But it does still produce carbon emissions. Now, this study came from this ACEEE, I don't know, htmotor1.com. Never heard of any of it, but they did a study because they had a bug up their ass and wanted to talk shit about a really cool vehicle. I guess, I don't know. So, all right, the Volt, like I said, is a very small electric sedan that Chevrolet produces, and it makes 92 grams of CO2 per mile. Now, that is not a lot. That is not a lot, I have to say. But the Volt is much less powerful. It's lighter. It's smaller. Blah blah blah. So all those factors go into the Hummer's not so good emissions production. Okay, I'm gonna skip ahead to the new, or the old Hummer. What it did. Okay, this is the original Hummer. I'm guessing that they're talking about the H1 Hummer. It produced 889 grams of CO2 per mile, almost 800 more than the Volt. That's a lot. That's a sizable difference there. Now, I'm going to tell you guys the Hummer EV's numbers. Now, I'm going to go back through a few of the numbers I give you guys months ago. The Hummer EV makes 1,000 horsepower. It hits 60 miles an hour in less than 3 seconds, which is insane for the amount of weight this thing's pushing. And I'm going to tell you that number too, just a moment. And 329 miles on a charge, which is actually pretty good for it weighing 9,000 pounds. 9,000 pounds. Put that into your brain. A vehicle that you can buy and drive on the road, fit 6 people in, take the roof off, weighs 9,000 pounds. I think 3,000 pounds of that is the battery alone, which is insane. It's 18 feet long, 6.5 feet tall, which is still shorter than me. Or actually, it's right at as tall as me, but I don't weigh 9,000 pounds, thankfully. It makes 341 grams of CO2 per mile. So that's not even half of the original Hummer. And they're still pissing and moaning about it. I'm sorry, but people that are going to buy this thing don't give a shit. And General Motors' response to this article was actually right on the money. This is not a quote. I read it, but this is not word for word what they said. They said it might be big and heavy, but traditional truck drivers, that they'd love it or some shit like that. Pretty much, they said that they don't give a shit because the people that are buying them aren't buying it because of emissions. They just don't care. People are buying this thing because it's fast, it's cool, it has the Hummer name, and they just want it. So this article is kind of just I don't know, it's annoying. I mean, the truck is really, really cool. I really like it. I want to drive one. I'll obviously never be able to afford one because the first edition, they're coming out with the most powerful, the fastest, the most expensive one first at $115,000. So no, I'm not going to be able to afford one ever. And even if I could, probably wouldn't buy one. I'd get a DeLorean. Don't care how much it is. If I had the money, I would buy it. I love that car. Gas or electric, don't give a shit. I love it. But I just thought this was kind of interesting because, the whole EV thing, and like I had no idea they still produced carbon emissions. I had no idea, but they do apparently, and some produce more than others, obviously, as we just talked about. So there you go. There you have it. That was pretty quick. I have a few lists that I'm going to go through now. I've not looked at any of them, so I'm as in the dark as you are. So let's get down to it. This first one is called 10 United States Attempts to Woo UK car buyers. So let's get right to it. Like I said, I have not seen these lists. So probably going to agree with some, not agree with some. This is only 10, so this one's going to go pretty quickly. All right, number 1, the Dodge Viper. They call it a Chrysler for some reason. It's a Dodge. Dumb shits. Maybe for the British market, they call it a Chrysler. I don't know. They always do that shit. I don't know. I know the Viper is good at certain things. It's never been the ugliest or the most attractive vehicle, in my opinion. The early ones weren't great. The GTS later on, which is what you're looking at right now, got much better. Didn't have the removable top. It looked better. The wheels were better. I think it made more power. I'm not 100% sure on that. And then the later ones, especially the later ones with the gigantic boat anchor of a V10 it had under the hood, and then the ultimate arrow or I don't even remember all the stupid names for it, but the last Viper that came to market with that giant spoiler and the crazy ground effects and all that one. I know that one was good, especially on track, but I've heard a lot of horror stories about Vipers, how they're so fragile, they're so loud, they produce a lot of heat because it has side exhaust, and I don't know. I just don't think they're worth owning, honestly. And I think the UK buyers pretty much agreed with me because they just didn't catch on over there. They were loud and just I don't know. The people over there they like what they had, and this was not a good attempt at trying to get them to buy an American vehicle. Because as you know, the Viper doesn't even fucking exist anymore, so wasn't even a popular one with the Americans. So good luck. Number 2, Ford Galaxy 500. No, too big. Too big for UK. They have small cars. They don't do big cars, and it's not the most attractive thing either. Nah, nope. I wouldn't. I don't blame them on this one at all. It's just not attractive. It's not appealing. It's too much chrome. It's too big, like I said, and only 2 doors. And no, not a good vehicle to present them with. They already had the Mondeo, which did phenomenally over there. Which I don't know if they had that back then, but Ford already had shit over there. So this is not a good one at all. It's a big, heavy boat, slow. No, 0 to 50. I guess the standard back then was different. 7.7 seconds. Not very good. No, not very good at all. Ugly car. Buick Century 60 series. This is pre-war, so no. Again, they had Duesenbergs and whatever shit they had over there at the time. I mean, no. No, it's not even an attractive vehicle either. Had a giant freaking whatever V8. Decent amount of torque for the 30s. 238 foot-pounds of torque. That's actually really good. I don't know. It's just not. It's not the most attractive vehicle. Practical, 4 doors, but no, not appealing at all. Oh, Cadillac Seville. Cadillac's never caught on over in Europe, and they still haven't. Just write that one off, GM. Cadillacs, in the words of Jeremy Clarkson, I don't want a Cadillac, and he's a Brit, so they just haven't caught on over there. They have the luxury vehicles that they want, and Cadillac just for the longest time, Cadillac just didn't meet the luxury standard over there. They just didn't. I mean, now maybe, but no, it's going to take a lot for Cadillac to catch on in the UK. I hate to say that. I love Cadillac, but I just don't see it happening. So I'm going to move right along. Oh, the Rambler wagon, Joe Dirt style. No, AMCs were always shit, except for a couple of sportier two doors that they had, the AMC, AMX, I think, and then I don't know, they had some, but these not so much. The Brits like their estate wagons, but not this one apparently because it is terrible. I don't know every angle or whatever, but AMC, the Rambler, no. I mean, if it's associated with Joe Dirt, ugh, God. The Neon has worn every badge that Dodge has ever owned. Plymouth, Chrysler, Dodge. It's been one of each in some point in its life. It's always been just a junk put together, cheap, like just garbage. It was always garbage. And don't even mention the SRT. We're not talking about the SRT. We're talking about the regular old piece of shit Neon. And look at this thing. It's ugly. Yeah, it's small, but it wasn't overly fuel efficient. It was not well put together. It's just a bad car, and the Brits aren't going to buy this shit. This is what you're bringing to Britain. They're not going to buy this, bro. It's just not going to happen. That's a very poor decision. Never see Vipers anymore because everyone crashed them. Well, that and they were just crazy expensive, unreliable, and yeah, people that do own them, they don't drive them. I very, very rarely see Vipers. I mean, you see Corvettes every fucking where. Mustangs are all over the place. Hell, I think I've seen. Well, I can't say that. I've seen a few Ford GTs, but I've seen more Vipers than them. But I mean, pretty close. But you're right. A lot of Viper owners have wrecked them, and it's never worth fixing. So, Pontiac Parisian, another poor attempt by America. It's probably about the same as the Galaxy 500 we saw a little bit ago. Gigantic V8, slower than freaking molasses in wintertime. 13.7 to 60. Holy balls. And it only went 95.6 miles an hour. That's not appealing to even like me or anyone over here. Like it's not an unattractive vehicle. It's actually a pretty nice looking vehicle. It's pretty much a 4-door GTO. But 100 times more Lamborghinis than Vipers in my lifetime. I will agree with that. I've seen many, many more Lamborghinis than Vipers. I'm with you there, Facebook user. I still don't know who you are, but that's okay. Keep the comments rolling, folks. I like interacting with you guys. It's fun. Yeah, another poor example. No, I don't. I mean, I don't dislike it, but I wouldn't own one. I don't want a 4-door GTO. I don't want that. No, this is not a station wagon. You bastards. Brian. Oh, what's up, Brian? How is Florida? I know it's probably nice. Jeep Cherokee is not a station wagon. Shame on you, dumb bastards. I don't hate this body style Cherokee. I actually considered buying one years ago. But I know that the quality isn't quite there. The resale shit. It still has the old fashioned non-rack and pinion steering. So I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Hotter than Satan's taint. All right. Probably about accurate as it is up here. Although it hasn't been as bad this week. But yeah. We had a day last week. It was like 104 heat index. And that was pretty miserable. So yeah, Satan's taint is accurate. But back to the Jeep Cherokee here. It's just, why would you buy one of these when you can buy a Range Rover? That's what everyone over there would say, which the Range Rover was much more expensive. But they don't care about that. They want their stupid Range Rover, which I can't hate on the Range Rover Sport, but I can't afford one either. So there you go. Jeep Cherokee. No, it was never going to catch on over there. I don't think any Jeep will ever. I could be wrong. Jeep has a faithful following. Don't know why, but they do. So there you go. It takes a special type of person to want a Jeep. Jeeps actually do okay in Europe. Well, this one did not. So there you go. I don't know. Oh, I double clicked. My bad. AMC Pacer, like I said, AMC doesn't make good vehicles, and this is their number one not good vehicle. It's a piece of shit. Ugly, unreliable. Although I have to say, some of those French cars back in the day, they were pretty terrible. Citroens, especially 2CV. Ugh, garbage car. Terrible car. But anyway, I would be apt to say this is a worse vehicle than the Citroen 2CV, even though the Citroen 2CV didn't even make 10 horsepower, I don't think. I could be wrong on that. I'd have to look it up. Yeah. Had a 3.8 liter through straight six. Barely could do 90 miles an hour. Only got 16 mpg. It was more expensive than the Ford Capri 3.0 Gia, which I don't even know what that looks like. But for a Pacer to be more than a Ford, not going to sell too many of those, especially over in Britland. Yeah, it's probably the worst example on this list. Actually, I know it is because it's a Pacer. So, Ford Falcon. I don't know. I've never been a fan. It's not, again, not the ugliest, not the most attractive, especially the four door. Definitely not the most desirable. You obviously want two-door front engine V8 rear drive, blah blah blah. All the makings of a good vehicle back then. This one apparently had a 2.3 liter straight six. I don't know. That's just, all these cars are junk. I would never own any one on this list. None of these cars I would own. Period. I know there's only 10. This would actually been pretty quick. I didn't really get into too much detail, but this is 10 examples of us trying to sell cars over there that failed. So there you go. There you have it. List one down. Now we're going to get into some V12s. Something more to my liking. So yeah, let's talk about some V12s, bitches. All right, V12s. World's finest V12s and the cars they powered. So let's get into it. Like I said, I have no idea. The Falcon in Australia was a rear-wheel drive Holden competitor. Yes, it was. It was a completely different vehicle. I remember that because in the Australian Racing League or whatever the hell you want to call it, those were the two main vehicles. So yeah, I do remember that. It was a much better version, I guess you could call it. I don't know. But yes, I remember that car. But the Holden always pretty much ate its lunch. So screw the Falcon. Okay, this is an old one. This is funny. First V12 engine ever, I guess, was a 157 18.3 liter engine. That was created, I guess, by a German dude. Putney Motor Works. They built it for powerboat racing in 1904. There you go. And I guess they shoehorned it under the hood, or under the hood of the car you're looking at. But yeah, giant engine, no power. I know this is over 100 years old, but it's just funny seeing something that big and only making 157 horsepower. My Sonic almost made that much. So there, put it into perspective. There you go. A 1.8 liter four-cylinder made almost as much as his massive boat engine over 100 years ago. I know technology, blah, blah, blah. Don't give me any shit. Oh, okay. I've seen this car in person, actually, in Chattanooga. Not this particular one, but I've seen one of these. Really nice car. Packard Twin 6. Well, there you go. Twin 6. Giant V12. Does it say how big it is? No, it doesn't. Packard beat Sunbeam to it. Haha. Packard beat Sunbeam to putting a V12 under the hood of a production vehicle. 1915. Others followed, obviously. Probably going to get into that right now. Daimler double six. Real original double six, twin six. Bullshit. This is a 7.1 liter sleeve valve V12. Doesn't say how much horsepower. It's not a very attractive vehicle either. I don't know. It's kind of weird. For back then, it's just, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like the roof is very not fitting of the time, I guess you could call it. Looks like it's been chopped. It's kind of weird. I don't know. A little weird. But this one is from Europe, if you were wondering. First one, I guess. I don't know. Horch. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. This is a German brand from 1930. Yeah. Oh, okay. This is, I guess this was the origin of Audi. Now buried within the organization now known today as Audi. Horch was a premium German brand for the first 40 years of the 20th century. There you go. Only V8 cars were Type 670, introduced in 1930. That's what you're looking at. And then the Type 600. So there you go. I don't know when they switched over to Audi. It doesn't matter. But this is the original Audi, if you will, called Horch. Interesting. I didn't know that. We all learned something new today. Cadillac. Yes, Cadillac did do V12s. Hell, they did V16s. This was from the early 30s as well. Yeah, this was during the Depression. Nice car. It's really nice. And you know, they did do they did have a V12, a modern one, back in the late 2000s, but obviously didn't use it because they're dumb. And they had no balls. But it's a nice looking car. I love the white walls. Gangster. Packard 12, another Packard. This is a nice car too. Shit. 1932. 7.3 liters, later expanded to 7.8, so gigantic. Yeah, nice car. I really like it. That Continental kit on the side there. Like it. That good old Continental kit on the Cadillac Cimarron. I can't believe that shit. It's so funny. I literally can't believe someone would waste their money on putting a Continental kit on a Cadillac Cimarron of all things. Like that probably has to be the strangest Continental kit in existence. I could be wrong because I haven't seen everything that has it on it, but it's definitely an interesting one. Lincoln Model K, another one from the 30s, 7.3 liters. Well, it didn't last long. It was decreased in size to 6.3 in 33 and then enlarged again to 6.8 in 34. So they just couldn't make up their damn minds. Well, it is Ford, so go figure. Which I don't know if Ford owned Lincoln back then. I don't, doesn't matter. Not an attractive vehicle at all. Rolls-Royce Phantom 3. This is a very attractive vehicle. Love Rolls. Always have. 1936. It's been 34 different Phantoms over the almost 100 years. Pretty crazy. I really like this one. This one's super nice. I would love to see one in person. Probably a couple $1 million worth of iron. Now, obviously. Pretty insane, though. I like it. Doesn't say how big the motor was. Big. And that windshield is really strange. It's like going forward. Kind of weird. Unique. I like it. Screw your ad, Prime. Lincoln Zephyr. Everyone knows the Zephyr. Iconic name. Okay, so this was apparently an alternative to the more expensive Model K. I don't know. 4.4 liter V12. That's actually really kind of small. New technology, maybe? I don't know. Pretty friggin' small, though. Shared several components slightly with the slightly earlier Ford V8. British sports car manufacturers such as Allard and Atalanta also used it as a cheap source of plentiful power. So there you go. They're already sourcing Ford V12s back in the day. That's pretty interesting too. Been doing that for a long time. Interesting. Legonda. Okay, this is another Rolls, I guess. 4.5 liter V12. This is obviously a racing car. I guess for back in the day, 159 horsepower was healthy. I don't think I could ever consider that healthy. Doesn't matter what year. But it finished third and fourth in the 1939 24 Hour of Le Mans. Pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. Probably got beat out by Ferrari. Don't have any idea who won. Doesn't matter. Interesting looking vehicle. I don't like it at all. Ferrari Colombo. This is an ugly ass Ferrari. Oh my god. Okay. Pretty ugly. Yikes. 1947 125S is what it technically was called. Had a V12. 1.5 liters. Jesus, that's a tiny freaking V12. Holy crap, that's small. Designed by, I don't know. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that dude's name. Production for over 4 decades. Wow. Interesting. Pretty cool. Ugly ass car, but pretty cool. Lamborghini Miura. Yes, sir. Beautiful car. Love it. Actually shared a picture of a modern Miura in the group not long ago. Interesting car, too. 3.5 liter V12. 2 years later, 3.9 liters. Regarded as the first mid-engine supercar. Okay. I guess they're just talking about the V12 itself. Because they're talking about the Countach later on. 5.2 liter V12. Interesting. And they just got bigger from then. They're gigantic now. But can't hate on them. Jaguar. This is another one they're just mainly talking about the engine, not a car specifically, because a lot of different Jags use the V12. The E-Type being one of the best ones. We actually saw one of those at Cars and Coffee about 2 weeks ago, roughly. Sick ass car, like sick. 5.3 back in the 70s. Obviously bigger now. Well, probably bigger. Fun fact, the XJ220, Jaguar's like crazy early 90s supercar, was supposed to use a V12. But I guess I can't remember the reason why. I think production cost or maybe reliability. I don't know. But it ended up using like a turbocharged 6-cylinder. But it still got 200 miles an hour, which is very impressive. And that car was stupidly just bonkers. Love that car. Would love to see one in person. Never have. Probably never will. But because they're super rare. They didn't build a ton of them. But they're out there. Beautiful cars. The E-Type's that shit, though. Fuck your goddamn ads. Chris, you will love this one. BMW did do a V12. They actually have done a V12. I don't know how big it was back in the 70s when they first started, I guess. But late 80s in the 750 and then later on in the 850i. My brother's in love with this car. I can't say that I don't like it, especially with the pillarless doors, and the body style was good. It was pretty small little car. It had a good V12 in under the hood. But you could only go 155 miles an hour because the stupid ass Germans governed them. Dumbasses. Dumb. Idiots. Anyway, I like this car. It's fine. Better than anything they got going on right now, in my opinion. I don't talk shit about the M3 and the M4 all you want. I don't like them. I just don't like them, and I don't like the people that drive them. They're douche bags, all of them. I've never met a single person, minus George, that has driven a BMW, owned a BMW, whatever, that was not a douchebag. A complete and utter douchebag. So there you have it. But if I found one of these in decent shape for decent money, I'd maybe consider it. I know Chris would too. All right. This is like one of the ugliest fucking modern Ferraris ever built. 612 Scaglietti, which, as we all know, is Scag is short for heroin, or slang for heroin. There you go. But anyway, it did have a V12, one of the last front engine V12s that Ferrari ever made. I think it actually might have been the last one. Can't remember when the 575 went out of production. I know that was front engine too, but it doesn't matter. 5.5 or 5.7, hence the 550, 575M alphanumeric bullshit names. And then they had a 6-liter version that made over 600 horsepower. That's pretty good. But for a V12, it's not actually very good. I think V12, I think like 800 horsepower at least. But what can you do? I just think they were ugly as hell. They're not attractive vehicles at all to me. Lamborghini Diablo and Murcielago, which, if you're living under a rock, the Diablo took the place of the Countach, and then in turn, the Murcielago did the same for the Diablo. Obviously, you're looking at the Murcielago, like not the latest big Lamborghini, but the one before it. I always liked the Miura. I loved the Diablo, especially the later GT. The Diablo used a 5.7 up from 5.2, and then the Murcielago went to a 6.5. Now I think they are 6.7. I think maybe 6.7. I don't. I'd have to look that up again, but 670 horsepower in the final version of the Murcielago, pretty decent. So yeah, there you go. Good looking car. I like the Diablo better, but the Aventador after the Murcielago, even better. I like it. All right. Mercedes-Benz, bitches. Kind of the same as BMW, all douchebags. But this car that you're seeing is absolutely ridiculous. This is a road-going version of a race car. That's literally what it is. They just lopped the top off of it, left the tiny, tiny little doors. Giant 7.3-liter V12, 760 horsepower. What do you got? What do you got? Lagonda was an Aston Martin, I think. I have to go back, but it said Rolls Royce. I'll go back in just a second. But this thing is insane. Like if you're ever able to see one of these in person, what you're seeing right now, log that in your memory for life. Because if you see it, you're lucky. Oh, okay. This one was powered by a 6.9-liter version, but the Pagani Zonda had the 7.3, 760 horsepower. Ridiculous. Those cars are crazy. But yeah, there you have it. CLK GTR. It's a road-going race car. Literally. Pretty crazy. All right, let me go back to that Lagonda thing. God damn you. There you go. All right. Lagonda. Rolls-Royce's decision to introduce a V12 engine-inspired Lagonda to do the same. Oh, okay. You might be right, but it doesn't say Aston Martin anywhere in this article. You could be right, though. You could be right. That could be an Aston, but it doesn't say. So whatever. I read that wrong. My bad. Thank you for the correction, Brian. All right. Iconic ass car. everyone watching this show should know what this is already, but this is not a BMW. This is a McLaren F1, but we are talking about the V12. And it is a BMW sourced V12, unfortunately. But it was a crazy engine, and they fucked with it a little bit. 6.1 liters, 627 horsepower, and in the mid 90s, that's incredibly powerful. Competed in the 1995 Le Mans 24-hour race. It won. It also set the land speed record for a production car at 241 miles an hour in 1994, I want to say. There you have it. Fast ass car. And fun fact, the engine compartment was lined in gold. So there you go. Legit gold, I guess, for heat, whatever. And it had a central driving position, which I love. Don't know why. I don't know why. I just think it's cool. Ferrari F40. No, this is the F50. My bad. Kick-ass fucking car. Not as good as the F40, they say, but it's better looking, in my opinion. For some reason, this... hang on. Okay, here we go. Oh, for some reason, they don't have any information on this car. Kind of weird. Well, anyway, it had a V12. It made really good horsepower. It was fast. It sounded good. It's a beautiful car. Like I said, I think it looks better than the F40, but I know the F40 performed better, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. This car's insane. Toyota Century. Wow. Okay, I didn't know this car made a V8 or had a V12. Okay, interesting. I know of the car. There's actually some for sale in Nashville right now from Japan. First had a V8. Oh, geez, had an electric motor too. Oh, interesting. They were on sale for 30 years, and the second version had a V12. Wow. I didn't even know if Toyota made a V12. Interesting. 280 horsepower, 5 liters, junk. That's not even worth it. Okay, here's Aston Martin, my friends. Here's Aston Martin. They've been making V12s for a little while. 1999. Unfortunately, it was based on a Ford engine. Jesus. They did own Aston Martin at the time, and they almost bankrupted them. Blah, blah, blah. Derived by Ford from a Duratec V6, which was created partly with the assistance of Porsche. What the hell? I guess they just sandwiched two of them together and they shoved them under the hood of the Vanquish, DB9 and the DB11. There you go. Oh, no. It was abandoned for new, much better engines for the DB11. Whew. Okay. Thank goodness for that, because that Ford motor was a dog. Ugh. But Ford owned them, so they had to use it. Ferrari still makes front engine V12s. Oh, yeah, they do. The 812 Superfast. Yeah. You're right. They very much do. I forgot about those. Thank you, Brian. Brian stepping up and correcting me. I don't mind. All right, Ferrari. It's just what you're looking at is the dumbest name for a vehicle I've ever freaking. Ugh, so stupid. Anyway, V12 for Ferrari has been around for a long time. But this one came out in 2002 for the Ferrari Enzo and is still in production now. Obviously, they have different versions. In the Enzo, it was 6 liters, 660 horsepower. Now it is 6.5 liter, 800 horsepower. And the stupid LaFerrari that you see. And in the current 812 Superfast, like I just mentioned, I think that has even more than that. I don't know. Car's insane, though. I've seen a couple in person that pretty incredible. They also use it in the Maserati, blah, blah, blah. No one cares about Maserati. Especially Sergio. He does not like them. Talked about that last week. He doesn't like them. Like, not at all. Which I don't really blame him. I don't like very many of them. This is a Maybach. It's a Mercedes product. It's giant sedan, ultra luxury, 5.5 liter twin turbo V12. Had just gobs of torque, gobs and gobs and gobs of torque. 600 horsepower in the AMG models, blah, blah, blah. Had a 6 liter, 600 horsepower, 5.5 liter, not as much horsepower, doesn't say. Later version, 720 horsepower. That has been in Mercedes and Pagani's. Pretty crazy. I've never seen one of these in person, but in pictures. The interior is incredible. I'm not a super fan of the exterior, but the interior, that's where it's at. That's where you want to be. This is okay. So BMW owns fucking Rolls, which is unfortunate, or they used to. I'm not sure that they do anymore. But so obviously they use BMW engines, 6 liters, 6.75 liters for the Phantom, which is what you're looking at. Obviously, there have been many different versions of it. I don't know. I'm not an uber fan of the Phantom on the outside, but that's not what it's about. It's pretty much a shortened limo, pretty much what it is. And if you own one of these, you're not driving it. Trust me, you're being driven in a Phantom. It's a ridiculous vehicle. I've seen them in person. I've never been able to sit in one. Obviously, they're $500,000 cars, but pretty crazy. For as heavy as they are, they're actually pretty quick. Now they used to not be, but they make just crazy torque and they accelerate pretty well. They're pretty quick for being as heavy as they are. So yeah, if you ever get a chance, ride in one. Audi Q7 TDI. This is a diesel V12. Wow. Interesting. 500 horsepower, 5.5 to 60. Decent out of a diesel. I don't know the point of a diesel V12, but leave it to the fucking Germans to do it. I don't know. I've just heard very bad things about diesels in cars. I know truck diesels, not so much. Mr. Bean owns a McLaren F1. Yes, he does. I did know that. Good on him. I've never seen one, obviously, but I really, really want to. I'd lick it. I'm not ashamed to say it. But anyway, Audi V12 diesel, kind of strange. 6 liter diesel. Obviously, it never got brought here. Yikes. It's 40% more expensive than the second most expensive Q7. That's insane. No thanks. You can keep your diesel V12. Okay, yeah, this is the SL AMG Mercedes 2-door convertible top, 2-seater. Cool cars. They're not bad. I actually considered buying one of those before I bought the Camaro, but I didn't, obviously, because I didn't like the interior. I didn't like the steering wheel or the dash layout. I just didn't like it. 6 liters. Output was 530 to 630, depending, because they did do a twin turbo version. But yeah, they're not. The later ones aren't bad. They're not bad. The earlier ones were too boxy and square. I didn't like those, but these aren't bad. These aren't bad at all. That's gonna probably do it. Nope. Aston Martin DB11. This is a different version. Not a Ford V12, thank God. This one came from, where did it come from? That doesn't say where they sourced the V12 from, actually. The V8 came from Mercedes, but it doesn't say where the DB11's V12 came from. So I don't know. I don't know if it's built in house. They sourced it. They outsourced it. I don't have any idea. But for the Superleggera, it makes 725 horsepower. That's pretty impressive. Kind of insane. Yikes. Anyway, it's a beautiful car, and the Superleggera is even more incredible. I don't have any pictures, but if you want to look at it, Google. Ford Durtex were actually reliable. Reliable, fine, but no. Underpowered as hell. That's going to do it for that list. That was an interesting list. Okay. I got one more, and I know I've kind of talked about this in the past. We did a terrible interior episode way back when. I don't even remember when. I don't even know if that was a video episode, if I'm thinking correctly. I don't remember. Might have been when we were just audio, but it doesn't matter. This list is wildest steering wheels ever made. So we're going to focus on steering wheels. And again, I've not seen this list or any of the pictures, so might be a little bit of a repeat if that episode was video. I don't know. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. All right. So steering wheels, like the thing that you stare at constantly when you're in a car. So it needs to be attractive. I'm pretty sure a lot of these probably aren't. So let's get started. Chevrolet Spinner, 1940. Interesting. No power assist. Steering was very heavy at low speeds, blah, blah, blah. We all know that. You can buy a $12.50 option with for a built-in spinner. Pretty much what it says. To help you turn the wheel. Kind of like one of those things that you can put on your steering wheel now if you're a weakling. But whatever, it's fine. That's an interesting one. Okay. Messerschmitt KR200. It's obviously German. Not a steering wheel at all. This is more like an airplane rudder thing that you fly an airplane with. Kind of interesting, actually. I don't know what the car actually, offhand, I don't know what the car looks like. It's probably pretty small, but that's definitely not a steering wheel. Oh, and by the way, that new Tesla Model S Plaid thing, that's not a steering wheel either. I don't even know what you would call that. But I've I've seen videos of people that don't like it. They're talking all the shit about it because it's stupid. It's ugly. It's not a wheel. Anyway, okay. Ford Edsel Teletouch. What makes this so special? Edsel was a complete disaster for Ford. Absolutely, they were ugly cars. Ugly, ugly, ugly. Oh, it had push button gear selectors. That's way early for that. Oh Jesus, it's in the center of the steering hub. That's very interesting. Ergonomic disaster. Yeah. And electronics. Very unreliable. Oh, duh. This is 1957. Electronics weren't figured out by then. Nowhere near it. That's just a very weird steering wheel. Push buttons, gear selectors, and it's in the freaking center hub of the wheel. That's very strange. I mean, original, yeah. But no, definitely not a good design. Look wise, ergonomically, period, not good at all. Screw your ad. Oh God, Citroen ID19. This is what I'm talking about with Citroen 1959 French. Like the entire interior is a disaster, but this steering wheel, whoa. Yikes. Apparently, there's going to be a few Citroens on this list, according to this one right here. But what in the hell? One spoke? Ugh, that's ugly. Wow. That is just terrible, man. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Like, that would just be weird to drive. I don't know. It's just weird. Plymouth Fury from 1960. This is a very strange design as well. Like, I don't even know what to say. I don't know if that center thing is the horn or what. That's got to be. But this is like the first square steering wheel ever, probably. Um, two-tone, blah blah blah. No, this is terrible. It's just terrible. Not good at all. No, no, no. Oh, all right. Uh, Chevy Corvair Testudo from 1963. This is a steering rectangle, and it's bad. Like, what in the actual hell? The dash is weird. Like, okay, it's a Corvair. I mean, need I say more? It's a Corvair. The car was a disaster, unsafe at any speed, and the rectangle wheel that doesn't help. I don't know. Oh yeah, yeah. Ford wrist twist. Obviously, never seen one of these in person, but I've seen them in pictures. Yeah, driving by touch. Uh, I don't even know what to say. I don't know how it works. I don't know. It looks like a disaster for sure. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I am at a loss. I don't even know what to say about it, but apparently it didn't work. So there you have it. What the fuck? Maserati Boomerang. I'm gonna have to look this car up to see what it actually looks like. But this is the steering wheel, had a lot of the instruments right dead center. Oh my god, this is terrible. What in the actual hell? What were they smoking? Yeah, that. No, they're Italian, so they were probably messed up on something. Oh, terrible aesthetics and even worse ergonomics. No shit. This is just bonkers. Like, holy crap. Don't even know what to say about that one. That one's probably the worst so far. Austin Allegro. I'm very uncomfortable right now, guys. I'm trying to adjust and get comfortable, but it's not working. I have no idea what this car looks like. I don't know. It's weird. It's ugly. I mean, that's for sure. That's just weird. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it is with the square steering wheels back then and now. I know this one, Aston Martin Lagonda. Pretty terrible. It's almost as bad as that Citroen we saw earlier. Not quite as bad. And I like the car, kinda. But this interior is just, it was a disaster. Period. Point blank. Ugh. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. What the fuck? Lancia Sibilo. What the hell? This is what in the actual hell? How does this even work? How? Uh, I am at even more of a loss because I don't know how this even works. You can't grab it, like you can't grab. What the hell do you have to? Oh my god. I have no words. Zero words because I have no idea how it even works. But whatever. That was a Lancia. Lancia. Oh, another Citroen. Good job, douchebags. You French people are weird. Citroen Karen. Oh, it's a Karen. There you go. Grim. It's definitely the entire thing is definitely unique. That's the best thing I can say about it, and that's saying much. Unique is not always good. And in this case, it is totally not good. Holy crap. Is this awful? I don't know what this car looks like either, but it looks, if the outside matches this dash layout and the steering wheel, it ain't good, folks. Not at all. Holy crap. This is just terrible. Like, it's so not ergonomic at all. Like, all these buttons, you have to like contort your hand. Like, screw that. This is stupid. Oh, this is a Lamborghini Athon. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's Italian. It's spokeless. How the hell does this work? No hub. How does this even work? Oh, never mind. This was just a concept car. It never made production. It was probably just there. I don't know. This is weird. Weird. Matra Morena. Never heard of it. No idea what it even looks like. It's not a single spoke. I guess it kind of is. Single split spoke, if you will. I don't know. I don't like it. Doesn't matter. It's very basic. 1980. Of course, it's basic. But I don't like it. It's weird. Oh, yeah. I've seen this. We talked about this on the episode before. The Renault 5 Turbo. It's so weird. Like, the dash is just hard lines and plastic galore. French. All I can say, French. The French don't do interiors very well, obviously. And this is just another example. Oh, boy. Ital Design Orca. 1982. Very busy, very busy. A lot of buttons. Why are they all on the dash or on the steering wheel? Good thing airbags weren't a thing at this point, because yeah, holy crap. Way too busy. Way too busy. I don't like it. It's a center spoke design, blah blah blah. This is probably stationary, I would imagine. I don't know. It's fucking weird. Don't like it. Shame on you, Ital Design, because you do some good things. Not this. Oh my goodness. Mazda MX-03, whatever the hell you want to call it. It's a concept car, obviously. This would never make production. No, not a steering wheel. It's not a wheel, folks. I don't know. It's very strange. Very 80s, very probably not reliable at all. Yep. Talked about this one as well. Subaru XT. God bless America. I'm very uncomfortable. This stupid couch. I will say this: me and Sergio, we're talking about upgrading the studio, if you will. We're gonna buy a lot of new equipment. We're gonna buy some nice comfy chairs. We're gonna kind of put it in the corner over there. Hopefully that'll happen soon, but all that costs money. So hopefully you'll be seeing us in a little bit different environment, a little bit more comfortable. So we'll see. Anyway, Subaru XT 1985, ugly as shit. Terrible design. Terrible. Oh my God, what? Oh my God. This is an Oldsmobile, really? And you wonder why Oldsmobile isn't a thing anymore? This is part of the reason. Like, what the hell am I looking at? I know this is a concept car. What in the actual hell? Like, I don't know. I'm at a loss again. It's a concept car. We get it, but whoa. Why so many buttons? And look at that fucking instrument panel. Like, what does all that even do? Oh my goodness. This might be one of the worst in this list. That second Citroen though, that one probably takes the cake. All right, so Saab has always been an interesting company with their cars, designs, interiors, the keyhole in the center console. They've always been a unique brand. This one's a little different. It had a joystick. A joystick, folks, to drive a car. That doesn't work, like, at all. And it never will. That's no. Mm-mm. No. Mercedes F200. What the hell? Another joystick. What? Oh my God. And look at the center freaking stack here. Like, what in the world, man? Like, all right. I understand. Another concept car. I understand. Well, what the hell were they thinking? Even in a concept car, this does not work. Period. Ugh. So stupid. Oh, leave it to BMW to make something this ugly. Oh my God. Z22. It's a concept. I get it. I kind of wish they wouldn't have put any concept cars in this list because, I mean, the concepts, they're going to get quirky. They're going to get outside. They're going to think outside the box. They're going to do crazy shit like this. This is pretty bad. This is pretty bad. But it is BMW. So there you go. Another Citroen. Oh, boy. Another concept car. I get it. But what the fuck? And this is supposed to be all digital? Is that what I'm taking away from this? Yeah, this is supposed to be the whole dash on the steering wheel. No, that wouldn't work at all. Not even a little bit. Okay, now this one, I'm not going to talk too much shit about because I actually like these cars. The Spiker C8. I like these cars. The interior's a little bit overdone, but this steering wheel isn't bad. I don't think it's that bad. It's like a boat. No, I think it's supposed to be like a propeller inspired type thing because I think Spiker used to make planes. I know Saab did, but I'm not gonna talk shit about this because I like these cars and the steering wheel. Although it is a little bit off the wall, maybe unconventional, if you will, but I like it. I'm not gonna talk shit about these, not at all. Over designed, yeah, they are pretty over designed, but again, I like them, so I'm not gonna talk too much shit about them. I like it. So screw you guys, not you people, not the people watching, people that put it on this list. It is a little bit unorthodox, I will admit, but I like it. GM Highwire. Okay, this was a hydrogen fuel cell car that GM tried to bring to market. Obviously, did not. But the steering wheel's a little bit different. It doesn't spin like a typical steering wheel. These handles you're looking at actually they move up and down like this, and that's how the wheels actually turn. It's like a drive-by-wire thing. And another interesting thing about it is you can drive, I think, either on the left side of the car or the right side of the car. The whole assembly moves from side to side, I think. Pretty sure it does that, but I could be wrong. But this one's kind of interesting. It's unique, like I've said about a few of them on this list, but I don't think it would work too well. The responsiveness wouldn't be very good. I don't think. Anyway, another Citroen. Oh my God, go figure. This one's pretty bad. Yep, pretty bad. This one's from 04, fairly modern. This is terrible. It's an ugly, ugly design. Not good at all. Ugh. Pagani Zonda R. Why is this on this list? This is not an ugly steering wheel. This is a ridiculously cool steering wheel. Oh, I guess it's because it's got the tachometer in the center hub of the wheel, I guess, maybe. I think it's cool. I love the Alcantara. I love this design, the flat bottom steering wheel. I think it's cool. This one shouldn't be on the list. Shame on you guys for that one as well. My headphone thing is screwy right now. I keep going in and out of my left ear. That's annoying. Oh God, what the? It's a concept. I get it. Pair of joysticks, not one but two. Yeah, because that's gonna work. Joke. Pagani Huayra. I tend to agree with this one a little bit. This one's not so good. Not so good. I like the carbon, the flat bottom. The center is just overdone. The buttons are weird. Nope, I don't like this one. Nope. This definitely shouldn't be on this list. I love the new Corvette steering wheel. I don't care if it's square. I don't care. I love it. I like everything about it. Shame on you guys for this one as well. All right, well, that's going to do it for that list. I don't want to really rush, but I'm very uncomfortable. My back is killing me. And that's all I had to talk about anyway. So we're going to bring it to a close. I don't have a wheel thought question for myself because that would be cheating. And Sergio didn't give me one. I didn't tell him to, though, so it's fine. That's going to do it for this week. It's a little bit shorter, but I made it to an hour and a half, so I think that's good enough for you guys. Good comments. I appreciate all the comments. That was very fun. Good interaction with you guys. Brian, thanks for the few corrections you gave me. I always appreciate it. I'm not an expert, as I've said. I don't know how many times. I get shit wrong, so get over it. But anyway, that's going to do it. Sergio hopefully will be back next week, and hopefully we'll have some decent shit to talk about. I look every single day at stuff, and I try to find interesting, informative, educational, whatever, funny. I try to find the best shit I can find, but right now there's just not much, just not a lot going on in the market right now. But I do my best. I like the lists; they're fun. So anyway, I'm gonna get comfortable now and relax. But anyway, until next time, I will see you guys later. Everybody have fun.